Okay, now recording is on. Today we are going to see something called as Kotlin. If you can mute yourself, that would be okay because I am getting echo.
Okay.
Now, our today's first session would be the Kotlin. What do you mean by Kotlin exactly? That we will see today. Why do we need the Kotlin? And that part we will see today. Now, when you say Kotlin, what is that exactly? So, when you talk about Kotlin, remember that it's a programming language, a new programming language we have, and that programming language will help you in developing applications on the different fronts. And what are that things we will see. Now, when you talk about Kotlin, remember that you are talking about programming language, a new programming language. Now, if you can see, this is the official web page of the Kotlin, a modern programming language that makes developers happier. Developed by JetBrains open source and the open source contributors. Now, Kotlin can be used in the multi-platform mobile apps. Now, what do you mean by multi-platform mobile apps? When you say multi-platform mobile apps, write a code in one language and which would be available on Apple devices as well as you can say Android devices. That is the multi-platform. Okay. Now, a latest version of the Kotlin is 1.7.20. Latest version of the Kotlin is 1.7.20. And if you see this page, a lot of things they have given over here. Lot of things they have given over here. And see, we are interested right now. We are interested right now in this part, Android part. But apart from the Android, you can do server-side programming in the Kotlin. You can do web applications in the Kotlin, which means that you can write Angular and the React app also in the Kotlin. But we are learning Kotlin for the Android. We are learning Kotlin for what? Android. Google is officially supporting the Kotlin for a variety of the reasons. Google is officially supporting the Kotlin. Even the documentations are converted to the Kotlin. Everything you will see in the terms of Kotlin. A lot of third-party libraries are there that also got converted to the Kotlin. Right? Another thing, if you are developing the Android app, you can write the server-side technology or server-side framework in the or server-side app in the Kotlin. That can be done. Now, when you say Kotlin, remember that Kotlin can run on the JVM. Your Kotlin applications, you can say JVM. Then your Kotlin code.kt files, you can say main.kt. would be getting converted to the class files, which are very similar to the class files which are generated by Java, and these class files can be accepted by the JVM. Interoperability. Now see, this is a JVM, this is a main.kt, a Kotlin file, and this is a main.class. So whenever you compile the Kotlin code, it will generate this class file, and whatever class file is generated by this can be accepted by the JVM. This is how Kotlin has maintained what you can say interoperability. So when you say interoperability, you are talking about all the existing libraries will work as it is on the Kotlin. What I mean to say, consider that you have written one library in a Java, and if you want that to work on the Kotlin, that is also possible. And that's why Kotlin is a powerful interoperability. Now we are going to start typing the code for the Kotlin. Just click on the getting started. If you want to visit the website, you can visit the website. If you can see, Kotlin is a modern but already mature programming language aimed to make the developers happier. It is concise, safe, interoperable with the Java. This is very much powerful feature. All the Java codes are as it is accessible in a Kotlin. In the Kotlin, all the Java codes are as it is accessible, and provides many ways to reuse the code written between the multiple platforms for the productive programming. Right? So first thing what we need to do, very first thing what we need to do, we need to have some Kotlin demo. I would like to give you a little Kotlin demo, and see here I will create a new project. So I am not using Android Studio, but see here I am using IntelliJ IDEA. Here I am using what? IntelliJ IDEA. Why I am using IntelliJ IDEA? Just to practice the Kotlin. Remember that here we can say Kotlin Basics, understanding the Kotlin basics, and see here you can select the Kotlin. Here I would be selecting the Gradle, and here I would be selecting the Kotlin, and here JDK is 11. See, and if you want to have some group settings, com.any.kotlin, and artifact is this. So on the desktop I would like to create this, but what I will do, anyways I am going to create the Git repository. Just let me go to the GitHub and let me create a new repository, so that all the codes I would be pushing over here, and then we can say Android Kotlin, right? Android Kotlin, and then just a minute, I will generate one unique ID for your batch, so that you can remember it. So this is a unique ID for your batch, and I am creating the repository. Okay, so this repository I have created. and into this repository I would be pushing all my codes so that you can access them anytime. You can access them anytime. So here let's clone the repository first. I am cloning the repository, and here I can say, or just terminal and cd desktop. So git clone and paste this URL. So here one Android Kotlin project has been created, and into this now let me create new project, and here let me select a desktop, and on the desktop Android Kotlin this thing, and here we can say Kotlin Basics. And inside this we need to create one folder, and here I can create one folder Kotlin, or just a minute, I would like to give some different name to the repository. So let me go to the Git and let's delete it. I'm just deleting this and will create new repository. Yeah, and professional Android course and this ID, professional Android course and this ID, and I'm creating a repository, and again I would be cloning it. Well, if you get any query, you can ask me anytime in between, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So git clone, sorry, go to the desktop, and here you can say git clone. I'm just pasting this, hit the enter, and here you can say professional Android, this one. Inside this I would be creating one project or folder, Kotlin Basics, Kotlin Basics, and here let's create new folder and Kotlin, new project Kotlin Basics. So on the desktop, professional Android, select this folder. Inside this folder I want to create the project. See, Kotlin, it's a Gradle, it's a Kotlin. So your artifacts and other settings, we can say com.any.kotlin and the Kotlin Basics, and just create the project. Remember that I have selected Kotlin everywhere. Okay. Now select it, and you will find that your project would be getting created. And see, your sample project has been created. It will take little time in the beginning because it is loading the stuff that you wanted to. It will take little time. Build is getting generated. It will take little time, and we will practice the Kotlin. It is not like that I would be teaching you the Kotlin, but here we would be practicing. A lot of things we will try, and whatever your queries are there related to the Kotlin, you can ask me. So it will take little time in the beginning, and after that it will start running very much easily. So just a moment, it will take a little time. This will happen in the beginning only. If you see, it is downloading something, right, and to that download it takes the time. Now it is indexing all the files. Yeah, we will try a lot of things in the Kotlin. Okay, now if you see here, you can see very basic functionality about the Kotlin. Here you can see fun main. Here you can see fun main, println and something like this. Very fundamental thing. Yeah, it is saying that new Kotlin version is there. Let's install it. Okay, restart to activate, just restart it, and it will, yeah, it will restart and add new things. Now if you see, there is something called as build.gradle. Now when you talk about the Gradle, lot of things are here. Well, I will come back to that point little bit later on. What do you mean by Gradle? So when you type the code, typing the code is not the only thing you do. You need to worry about building the project also. You need to build the projects, and for building the project, you need to have some third-party utility, and that utility is nothing but what the Gradle. Gradle does a lot of things. Well, I will come to this file little bit later on. Presently, I don't want to focus on the build system, but I want to start something with the Kotlin. So this is a main.kt file. Now if you see this project we have, and I want to, and here if you see, I want to add these things to the Git. So git add, git commit, and here we can say Kotlin or Kotlin Basics intro and basics. So I am committing and pushing this, and you will find just authorize to the GitHub. Okay, now code has been pushed to the Git successfully. Let's go here, and you can just refresh the page, and here you will find that Kotlin Basics, inside that Kotlin Basics is there. One more folder has been created, Kotlin Basics, and inside that there is a Kotlin Basics folder is there. Now what I want to do, I want to start the coding from very basics. So when you say Kotlin, remember that it's a programming language like Java, but it comes with lot of things. It comes with lot of new things that are not available in Java. So very first thing, right, in a Java you need to write everything in a class, say happy, like this. But Kotlin says that don't worry, you can write everything over here. Functions are written by the fun, and the main method is written something like this, main, and here I can say if you want to write the println, here we can say hello, how are you? Hello Kotlin, how are you? Hello Kotlin, how are you? Correct? So this is source, this is a Kotlin, and inside that we are writing straight away main.kt. And if you run the project, it would be very similar to the Java. There is no difference. Just run the project. And here if you see, it is running. It is running. Just a minute. Yeah, can you say hello Kotlin, how are you? Right? So here it's running. Hello Kotlin, how are you? A very simple program we have done. But if you see, there is a difference in syntax. If you see, there is a difference in syntax. So fun keyword is new, that main keyword is something like this. There are no semicolons, there is no return type. A lot of things are new over here. A lot of things are new over here. But you need to accept it as it is, because these are the syntaxes. So basic syntaxes, these are, and you need to know these basic syntaxes, right? Now, if you can see a program entry point. So an entry point of the Kotlin application is the main function, right? If you want to print something, you can use a println. So prints this argument to the println function, prints this argument to a output string, and ln stands for the new line. Okay. Now when you talk about Kotlin or any of the programming language, first you need to know how variables are defined and how functions are written. How variables are defined and how functions are written. So here is the fundamental. We are writing a function over here. Now what I want to do, I want to pass parameters to the function. So I can create first new package. So package is the same concept that is of the Java. So when you talk about the Java package, it is a collection or grouping of similar kind of classes, interfaces, enums. So here let's create a new package and we can say basics, and inside that I can create, can you see, a Kotlin file, a normal file, and we can say fns, functions. Now see, there is a package keyword. There is a what? Package keyword. Package keyword is the very first keyword. You cannot write anything before that. If you see fun main, if you try to do something like this, there is an error. This is what Java also follows. If you are creating a package is the very first line. This is the very first line. And now here we can say, I would like to write a function. That function can have calc. A name of the function is calc. Now, or add, we can say sum. Now what I want to do, this function to make a sum of two numbers. So how to pass the parameters to the function? We can say num1 colon num2. Can you see? If you try to do something like this, you would be getting an error. Then here I need to define the variable, a parameter. And how to do that thing? How do you write the parameter in a Kotlin? See, first name of the variable colon type of the variable, name of the variable colon type of the variable. See here. So first name of the variable we have, and then we have type of the variable, name and the type. Any question you have over here? So this function you have created fun sum, which is accepting the two parameters num1 and num2. Now I want to return a sum of this num1 and num2. You can say return num1 plus num2, and see there is an error. There is a what? Error. Now if you go to this and check the error, type mismatch, required unit and found int, required unit and found what? Int. So Kotlin is saying something. Kotlin is saying that, boss, you have not given return type to the function. How do you give it? Remember that in a Kotlin, type always comes after colon, and here I can say int. Here I can say int. In the Kotlin, type always comes after the colon. Now this is how you define the function. This is how you create the function. Next thing is that how do you call this function? If you try to call it over here, sum 1 and 2, can you see there is an error? It will give you an error. This is a natural. This thing we have faced in the Java also. So Kotlin says that if you want to executables are written inside a block. Executables are always written inside the block. So there is no block over here. So we can create the block by writing the function fun main, and inside this I can just call this sum13. Sum what? 1 3, like this. And see, semicolons are optional. You write it or you don't write it, there is no problem. See here, I have written the semicolon, and semicolons are completely optional. You write it or you don't write it. And now see, here I want to get the result. If you see, this is going to return the int, which means that I can write something like this, println, a new line, and here you can say sum is plus sum is, like this. Just try to run this project and see. Yeah, if you see here, you are getting sum is 4, which means that this function is working and this function is returning something. Now my next requirement is that how do I define the variables? My next requirement is that, yeah,
in this, after return type only main method will get called, no? This, every function keyword will be repeating again and again. After the return type only the main method will come. This println.
no, see. So your program will start from here.
Okay.
Just forget about this and other things. Your program will start from the main. So first it will execute this function. It will go inside this thing. So here it will say that println
Okay.
sum is, then it will give a call to the sum. Println sum is, it will give a call to what? Sum. So first this code would be getting executed and then this code would be getting executed. First this much code would be getting executed and then this much code would be getting executed. Okay. Your program will start from here. Will start from here. Okay. Hello?
It's okay. Like Java, we are initiating num1 in like initiating process will be held on this third line.
No, please say that again. I didn't get that clearly.
No, this in third line, no. Actually, that is the initiating part. In Java, we can initiate like string int a, comma b, comma.
Yeah, just a minute. I will write a Java program. Okay. Just write it, new Java class, and I can say fn Java. Fn Java. Now, same code I will write just to clarify your doubt. So this is your FNS. Okay, just a minute. This is the Kotlin and this is the Java. Okay, I will split it in this way to the right. Same thing we need to write. See now, you cannot write anything outside the class. Void sum, not possible. Java says that whatever you do, that should be inside the class. Now see, if you want to write this function in the Java, you can say void or int sum, then you can say int num1, int num2, and here you can say return num1 plus num2, and then here we can say public static void main, and then here we would be calling sum. Well, here you cannot call this directly, you need to make an object of fn Java, or you need to make a static, you need to make this guy as a static, and then you can call sum over here 10 and 20, and semicolon is mandatory. So if you look at right hand side in a Kotlin, which is very similar to the left hand side in a Java. Now look at the code and ask me the questions. You can compare both of them and you can ask me the questions.
Wait, I will see the code.
Yeah, no problem. Even if you want me to push it to the Git, I can push it to the Git as well.
Okay.
Git add, Git commit, and here I can say Kotlin variables, Kotlin functions and variables. comparison with Java. RISON, comparison with Java. Just commit anyway. Well, I have push the code to the Git. If you want to check, you can check on the Git as well.
Okay. Yes, now it is clearly understand this by comparing these two codes.
But I will recommend you, presently you are a Java developer, that's why you are comparing. But I will not suggest this way.
Okay.
So you need to first unlearn the Java and then start learning Kotlin freshly.
Otherwise I will learn only.
Yeah, correct. So just, yeah, it is okay. Now you got the clear idea what is happening over here, right? Okay. Any question if you have, you can ask me, no problem.
No, hereafter only Kotlin could itself you can teach me, not any comparison.
No problem, you can compare. Absolutely fine, you can compare for now. But whenever you learn the, now see, presently Kotlin and Java are very similar. Why I say don't compare? Let me tell you. Tomorrow if you start learning the Go language, again you will start comparing with the Java, right? But there is no similarity between Java and the Go. Getting my point? If you start learning the JavaScript, so if you compare that with the Java, it would be a little bit difficult. So it would be really great whenever you learn the new programming language, you accept it as it is. Getting my point?
Only want to concentrate Kotlin.
Yeah, Kotlin part. But if you want to compare it with the Java, you can tell me, I will write the code like this.
But it is better way, I just don't know.
So you focus here, that would be really great. But see, whenever you want to clear some blockers in your head, you can choose any way. So may I know what was the confusion over here? So what thing you have understood and what thing got clarified after I have written the Java code? What was that part? You got my question, right?
Yes, I remember. Actually, in Java part, there is a public class.
Okay,
I mean,
this one.
and then here it is public keyword, and here it's a function keyword. Instead of this class, inside the class, without representing, return type is added in Kotlin.
Okay.
And then each type and all it is connected with the colon, not with the semicolon at the ending. At the end
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
And then main function, this is a keyword using three keywords, public, static, void, and here it is only one keyword function. They are used.
Yeah, correct. Now see, these are the every programming language has its own variations, right? Java says that I want everything to be written inside the class. I will not allow you, because Java is only object oriented programming language. But when you talk about the Kotlin, Kotlin is object oriented programming language plus functional programming language, fully functional programming language. So Java says that classes are first class citizens, means I will give, I will look, I want everything to be represented in the class way. I want everything to be represented in the form of classes. But Kotlin says that that is up to you. you write the class or you don't write a class, I will not ask you anything. I will not ask you, Kotlin says that, I will not ask you anything about what you can say class or the function. So whatever you have achieved over here in the terms of the classes, all that things you can achieve by using the function. Why? At the core, Kotlin is fully functional programming language as well as it is object oriented programming language. So as we will learn the Kotlin, we will see that things very clearly, right?
Okay. In this Kotlin code, third line, the sum means is the class name.
Say that again, please. Sum here.
Sum means class name. Fun sum.
No. This is not a class. This is a function. In the Kotlin, functions are defined by the wherever you see fun keyword here, fun keyword here, which means that this is a function and not the class. This is what? Function and not the class. So line number 3 says that this is a class, but we have not written the class. If you want to write the class in the Kotlin, you can write something like this, some class, right? This is the class in the Kotlin.
Okay.
If you want to write a class,
Mandatory to use the class name.
say that again, please.
It is not mandatory to add a class.
Yeah, it is not absolutely necessary to write the class in the Kotlin. That is absolutely okay. You write outside the class or you write this inside the class. That is up to you. Kotlin will never ask you that why you have written outside the class, because the core reason of this, Kotlin is fully functional programming language, right? Which means that classes and the functions both are given the priority, both are given the same preference. Class and the functions both are treated as same, but Java says that classes are the first class citizens, means everything, whatever you need to do, all that things need to be done inside the class. See here, inside the class. But Kotlin says that it is not mandatory. You can choose not to write the classes. You can choose not to write the classes. Correct?
Yes.
Cleared, or still any doubts are there?
No. Now it is very clear.
Okay. Now what you can do, we can go in this way. I am going to resolve each and every query. You can ask me any query, whatever you feel free, right? You can ask me any query. That's absolutely fine. Okay.
Okay.
So here we have done a basic things. Now tomorrow what we will see, what are the variables, how to write the variables. So today we just have taken a little example of creating simple functions, and we have emphasized on clearing your query. What is this and what is this? Right? What is this and what is this? These things we have understood over here. Now tomorrow what we are going to see, tomorrow we would be understanding what are the variables and what are the different data types Kotlin has given to you. Kotlin has given many data types to you. Few of them you might be familiar with and few of them would be extremely new to you. That we will discuss in the tomorrow's session. Okay?
Okay, Ayuda.
Yeah, let's call it for a day and we'll meet tomorrow 7:30 p.m. IST sharp. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm stopping the recording.